she flies. These are mysterious things. We left her up high, now she'll fly. This is my favorite things. Lights and a siren all my own. Clouds to make me afternoon faces, and for the colors to mix together like the cumulus clouds in the sky through which she flies.
Hey everybody, how's it going? What is going on, everybody? It's me, Damon. Welcome to another stop motion live stream. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do something a little different. Tonight I am going to be using my iPhone for one of my shots, at least, because it's the only way I can get into the cockpit of the SandCrawler, or well, it's pretty much the best way for me to get. I got to get two different angles, or I'm going to try anyway, to get two different angles from inside the Jawa SandCrawler cockpit. And you might be wondering, why don't I use the bigger? I have two different sand crawlers here that I've double stacked into a custom sand crawler for certain shots. But since I'm going to get inside the sand crawler, why wouldn't I use the bigger of the two? And the reason is because this Disney one, even though it does have a bigger cockpit with actual like controls, there's really not a good way for me to get a shot in there because it's all closed off, and the windows have a yellow, an orange plastic, translucent plastic, and I think that would really kind of screw up the shot that I am, that I have two shots that I'm trying to get. One of them is from directly behind looking out the front, and the other one is in the side, or from the side. So the only way I can accomplish that is to use the teeny tiny little lens on my phone and get right in the open window. On the Hasbro one, there's no plastic in the window here, so you can just get right in there. And I'm gonna have to find the balance, because if you get right up there, it's too close to focus on anything inside, but I have to kind of set it up just right. So that's going to be fun, trying to figure that out on the fly. But that's what I like to do. I like to challenge myself sometimes. I did try to get everything a little bit more ready for this stream, but as always, I ran late. My cat puked right before I started streaming. I had to clean that up. One of them. I have an idea which one, but I never can tell unless you witness it. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Please ask any. Oh, you want to chime in, Ava? Ava's doing all right. Here, let me try to fix this a little bit here. What's up, Ava? How you doing, hon? I'm a little busy right now. Hold on, hon. Hold on. So, hold on a second. Is there a way to... Okay, there we go. That ought to work. Yeah, so tonight we are going to be inside the Jawa cockpit here. And what you're looking at here, I don't have the live stream on yet here. I have to make sure this camera stays cool so I don't overuse it. But anyway, what I'm going to try to do, I think, for one of these is shoot it with my DSLR, because I'm trying to get the back angle like so. Or, I don't know, I really can't see in there as much as I would like. So the other way for me to try to do it is using my phone for both of these shots. And here, let me just see what kind of a... But I tried it earlier, and it's like I have to jam my phone in there. I've got my my stop motion software open, and I've got the lens where it can best get in there. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. It's just... it's in some ways not... it won't be as good quality as my DSLR, but it'll at least be a symmetrical shot. So I guess that's the way to do it. I just gotta literally glue my phone in here in such a way that it's the exact right composition. So something like that. So I think what I need to do is create a little way, and you'll be able to watch it. I'll switch the lens out, so you'll be able to watch it through this DSLR anyway. But what I won't be able to do is monitor the chat through my phone as I normally do. So hold on a minute. I'm just going to have to, you're just going to have to bear with me, I guess, that I might not be able to follow the chat if I'm doing everything through my phone. Hadn't thought about that little complication. Luckily, nobody's watching right now, so that makes it easy. So, full steam ahead, I guess. Well. Oh, right. Well, I won't have to use the dragon. Oh, okay. Yeah. This will all work out fine. Because I don't have to use the dragon frame. My animation software, I can just put it on so you guys can see it, and then I can see the chat over here. Okay, great. So that'll all work out just fine. So here we go. But what I should do is plug in my phone, make sure that that's not going to be an issue. Anyway, this is going to be a fun couple of shots because I have a special prop made. Ava, how you doing, honey? You want to be part of the stream? Oh, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. That's right. Oh, little one, I gotta work. So, yeah, the fun part of this these shots is the little detail that was added in the show of what you see in the cockpit of the Jawa SandCrawler. And so I had a special prop made just for this, which is a 3D printed horn. You know that there was a horn. Let me see. Where'd it go? Here, hold on a minute. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. These are the shots that we're going to be doing tonight. Hard to get everything on the right so you can see it. Okay, so here it is. Oh, I don't think we'll get to this one, but this will be the next one. The next one. Not that one. Here we go. So here we go. So the difference between the normal SandCrawler controls that we've been used to if you've got one of these toys and the version that you see in the show is that little horn that was used as a communication device, the little comlink speaker. So I had one 3D printed special for this thing. No, I'm lying. As always, I hate doing everything with 2D print. So what I've got here is I took a screen grab from this scene, from both of the angles that we're going to shoot. See, there's the other angle. See, first he grabs the horn and moves it up. It's like, what? What'd you say? He's like, oh, we got to turn, we got to get that, kind of shake off that Mandalorian. Okay, so here's the other side shot, right? So without a horn, what am I going to do, right? But so I've got this where I have isolated the horns, and I don't know quite for sure what size will work best, but I've got a lot of options, a lot of possibility to screw it up, cut out a new one if I need it. So these are the actual, this is from the actual show, the actual angles that it's supposed to be at. So if I show it once at that angle and then show it at the other angle, people will believe that there's a 3D image, 3D prop printed there, right? So it's just as good as if I had done a 3D print, but I'm just fooling the camera. I mean, let me just see if there's anyone who in the world who ever calls it out and be like, wait a second, that's fake. I think it's going to be just fine. So I'm assuming. Well, I'm going to try this middle size one and see if that works. This one that'll work. If ours is a little bit bigger than the one in the show, that's maybe fine, I did look to see if I could find something online, like any kind of like a doll horn of some kind from a, like dollhouse toys. But I didn't find anything. Or like a phonograph, one of those old phonograph speakers. But again, I didn't find anything, so I thought that this will probably work. And I think it probably will. Okay, I've just got to do a little bit better job at cutting this out properly. Okay. So, this is a $1 solution to my problem of needing a horn, because this costs 66 cents for the print and 22 cents for the cardstock that it's printed on, and that's it. So 88 cents, right? 88 cent solution that is going to solve the problem, and nobody will ever know that it's not a real horn. I betcha. I betcha. These aren't my good scissors. Why aren't I using my good scissors? I don't know. Don't know where they are. Oh. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're going to be doing the animation tonight using my iPhone and the free iPhone. Oh, actually, I might have paid $10 or something for the deluxe version. Okay, so did a really crappy job at cutting this out right. But as always, I'm going to need to go over the edge of this paper with a Sharpie, a brown Sharpie, so it'll blend just right. So here it is. Turn this off. We'll keep it around though for reference. Okay, so here we got ourselves. You can't see that unless I put it in. There it boom. I think that's gonna work just fine. And you'll see, so I've got a Hasbro SandCrawler here that I'm using, but these controls on the inside of it are from the original 70s version, and for some reason the Hasbro version didn't have any stickers to put on the inside, but I found online a scan of the old Jawa SandCrawler 1970s Kenner version. So I just printed them out, glued them in there, and so I've got the classic details. So there it is, the horn. But I'm going to glue it in there using, I think I want to use like a little twist tie, so that I can glue it to that and have a little bit of animation to it, because he's got to like grab it and move it and pull it to his ear. So, but then I've also got to close this lid, so I do have to be conscious of that. I guess maybe I don't. Well, anyway, I'm going to have to glue this down, I think. Or tape it down. Because, oh wait. Can't do that. Because if I glue it down, I won't be able to animate the Jawa or the thing, because I got to reach in through there. So yeah, that's done. There's this bowing, I don't know if you can see that, but the top of this hatch kind of bows in such a way that it lets the light in. So, I mean, if I was going to be really nitpicky, I would fasten it down, but I can't because I'm going to have to open it up in between every frame. Duh. All right. So first things first, yeah, I got to find my Sharpie and go over this edge to get rid of the white edge of the paper. And the key to that I quite often do wrong is you got to do it from the back side, the non-printed side. You have to put the pen through that way so that you don't accidentally make a mark on your printed page. And I've learned that the hard way over and over and over again, even live on one of these streams. So yeah, that was fun. I like to show people the wrong way so that they then learn how to do it the right way. Alright, so this just gets rid of that pesky white edge on any printed cardstock that you... Oh! No matter how many of these I screw up, I got plenty more printed out. See, I got many sizes. These are, in case you're just joining me here, I took screen grabs from the show of the horn that they use as the communication device in the Jawa cockpit, and I just printed it out from both angles, right? I've got both angles here, and so when you play it back and show it from both angles, then it's gonna fool the camera and fool the audience into believing that they're seeing a 3D printed one or whatever. I believe they'll go with the flow. They'll forgive me for not having one of these. Because Hasbro hasn't made it. Doing the best I can here for $1. All right. So there it is. Perfect. All right, now I gotta get a wire or some kind of a wire to like a twist tie to glue in there. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I have a special drawer full of this crap for this specific purpose. whenever I need, you know, something tied down or can animate something. This is an easy way to do it. Just using a little twist tie from like, this one's probably from like, oh, I guess it's probably from a toy. Most of them are from toys. So I think I only need the end of this. I'll just snip it off and ruin these at the same time. Or get a better cutting tool for this. Alright, I just snipped off the end of it, and so now I'm going to glue it in to the top here. Oh man, that's dusty. This scene's going to feature my what some people might consider blasphemous final Cape Jawa that I myself took a knife to a Obi-Wan Kenobi cape and sacrificed it to make it into a Jawa cape because, you know, good enough for me. I'm not paying $1,000 for that. But yeah, you know, I found an Obi-Wan Kenobi that was all damaged other than the cape, so it wasn't a big deal to sacrifice the cape, in my opinion. That was 20 plus years ago. I'm not sure that I would do the same thing today, but I don't have to because this has been my Jawa leader this whole time. Anyway, he's going to be the star of the show today. Again, I got all these really cool stickers printed out from I found a scan online of the 1970s Kenner Jawa SandCrawler control panels, so, you know, nothing cooler than that, I think, in the world. Alright, so maybe what I need to do is glue the main man down here on one leg so that there's still maneuverability. I wish I had some of that ticky-tack, but it's lost in the piles. Lost in the piles. Anyway, hopefully I don't ruin any of my stickers here. Hey, you know what? Why am I doing it that way? Just careful with the cape. Whoa. That was almost a disaster. Alright. And so now here he is. He's the boss. He's in charge. He's driving. Oh, I gotta put him up so he can reach the horn. I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but you will in a few minutes. Let me just glue this in place. This little twist tie, just a little teeny tiny end of the twist tie. Just gonna glue that in the corner here, or along the ridge, I guess. Yeah. Oopsie. Let that dry a minute. Man, I still haven't got my, yeah, the fast way to do this is to get some spray air and just dries the hot glue real quick, but not very quick. Hey James, how's it going? What's going on, man? How you doing? What's going on? I'm gonna do some a couple of shots, hopefully with my phone. But first, I'm getting stuff in place. I have. This is the shot that I'm doing. How are you? How are you tonight, James? What's going on? Ava, what's going on? So these are the shots that I'm doing. Not this one, but these cockpit shots. So what I needed was this horn thing for the comlink or whatever, the communication speaker. And so I took screen grabs from the scene, as I always do, and I just printed them out. I got the horn from 2 different angles, and for $1 I have made my version of the horn, and when it's seen back from both of the angles, I believe the audience will be once again fooled into believing they've seen a 3D object when they've in fact seen a 2D object. So here's my little horn. Oh. So I cut out the little horn and I went around the edge with the Sharpie, as I do, to hide the white edge of the printed paper. And this is cardstock. And so I'm just going to glue it in place here on my little twist tie, and then I'll have an animated horn that can be raised and lowered, or brought to his ear. Okay, so I need to just. It's pretty much dry, I guess. So what's going on with you? Good 5 a.m. in the UK right now. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm doing really well. I was really pumped by the last stream that we had. I think it went really great. I had a great time figuring out those effects with you guys. I couldn't be happier with the way things are going. Shoot. As always with the glue gun, it doesn't give me, it just gives me way more than I need sometimes. Okay. So, use the minimal amount here, not make a mess. All right. Wow. So, I'll show you what we got here. Look. Anyway, if I mess it up, I can just cut out a new one. That's the great thing about it. So there it is, but I haven't lowered it down in there yet, but you know what? Oh man, maybe I should, nah, maybe I should do a shot from above like this, but I want to try to get the shots as they are in the show, but you're hardly going to be able to see the controls from the angles that I'm shooting at. But all right, I'm just waiting for this to dry a little bit before I lower it into place. Oh, you know what? You can see a little bit of the white, but maybe I can fix it with the old Sharpie. Where'd it go? There it is. Message retracted. Oh no, what did you say? Oh man. Was it controversial? Hopefully I don't screw this up. Just trying to hide that white. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it'll all be good in a minute. Okay. Alright, the glue didn't hold, but I'm gonna have to just glue it in again. I mean, if the glue doesn't hold or whatever, because it's just, I can always just loop it over the top, but it'll hold. It'll be fine. No problem. I'm just gonna do it one more time. Try not to ruin everything. Please don't let me ruin everything, because I don't have another sticker if I ruin these. So there we go. Somewhere here. Too much, too much, too much. It's gonna work. It's gonna work just fine. I just have to hold it in place here or something. Hope I don't make too much of a mess here. Come on now. Once you start touching it, then all these little spider webs come off. Oh well. Just trying to keep it too messy. If there's too much glue, I'll have trouble closing the cockpit, but that won't, it's not going to be a problem. Alright. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, I think it just sticking out, well, anyway, we'll see here. Let's just test it out. Just cooked a pizza. Ooh, I'm jealous, man. I am jealous. All I've had is really shitty pizza lately. I keep, trying different places in LA and just, I don't know, LA pizza is the worst. Oh, actually, I had some really good pizza with my sister a couple weeks ago. That was good at my favorite place, but I'm not always in that neighborhood, so. Okay, so let's look at what we got here now. So we're not, again, I'm going to be using my phone, but I thought maybe you'd be able to see the horn in there. Can you move out of the way? There. There it is, but see, the light will be a little different. But, well, I don't think we're going to see the magic working until maybe he needs to move over just a smidge. What's on your pizza? What do you like on your pizza? I tried to put him over to the side a little so you can see the horn a little better. Okay, that ought to work. So let's try to get the phone in there now. This ought to be interesting. Oh, you know what I think I need is like a little wedge. In order to. Ava, what's going on, hon? I'm busy right now, hon. I'm busy right this minute. So I'm just going to make a little wedge out of some foam board that I have, some scrap foam board here. Ava, I'm busy right now, hon. I'm sorry. Got some scrap foam board from one of my older projects with some broken glass here. I'm just going to take a corner off of this thing. Maybe I should find a different scrap that's a little less. This one could be used for other things. I can find one in more distressed shape here. Here, I can snip off right here. Okay. Ava, don't cry, honey. Come on, give me a break. So I just clipped a little triangular shaped wedge of foam board that I think I'm going to need to get this phone to behave properly and stay in the right angle. See, I think I'm going to have to switch out the lens here, remove this camera back so you can see what's going on, because it can't focus at that one. So you guys are going to have to watch sort of through the... Okay, so it's something like that. And, okay, so... Alright, this wedge is in here. Is that it? A little bit less of a wedge. That'll work. So I'll glue the wedge in first, or I'll glue the wedge to the back of the phone first. No, I'll glue the wedge to the wall here first. Just shove away here. Oh right, now I can't see any chat unless I do this. Pepperoni, yeah. It's fine if we can't see it. Do what you need to do to get a perfect shot. Yeah, well, yeah, you'll be able to see something. So I'm just putting some hot glue along the edge of my thing here, my SandCrawler hatch. Just wedge in like that. And now I think I'll be able to glue. Whoops. Yeah, just glue the phone in a couple of spots, and it'll be. Yeah, that'll work, like right about there. And I can actually zoom in a little bit on the phone. Alright, so now just a little glue here. And I guess I should wait for this to dry, but... Uh-oh. A little glue there, a little glue there, a little glue there. And I'm using my hood case, of course. I should have showed it to you from the other side. Hold on. I have a hood, a Star Wars story phone case that's pretty awesome. But I just glued it the other way. Alright, so something like such ought to work. And just dry you Don't burn me. I gotta just hold that in place, I guess. For a minute. And then, let's see if we can let you guys see what's going on over here. Whoop. Oh. I gotta wait on that for a minute. Because this keeps slipping out of place. I gotta watch what I'm doing here because I gotta glue it in at just the right. Come on now. It's not holding very well. It will once it. I just want it to be in the right spot, and it keeps slipping. Hey, Doc. Of course. Dawkins, listen, buddy. Dawkins, buddy, how you doing? This cat, oh my god. Alright, I mean, I think I gotta reinforce it, but it's getting there. Oh, hey buddy, what's going on, buddy? Let me see if you can, let me get you guys seeing what I'm seeing. Uh-oh, see, it slipped since I took my eyes off it, but it's gonna work. Trust me. It's gonna be fun. I just gotta re-glue that in there. How many cats do I have? I have 3 wonderful cats. This is Dawkins. Oh, that reminds me. We were talking about books last time, and I, was admitting that I don't make myself take time to read like I used to, and, I don't, but there are a lot of books that did make a huge impact on me, so I don't want to, like, make it seem like I'm against books or whatever, but one of them was a Richard Dawkins book, and that's what Dawkins is named after. What are some of the books that have, if any, that have changed your life? Because there's definitely a few books that definitely, like, changed the way I look at the world completely, and there was kind of no turning back after reading certain books. Okay, so this has to be more like this. What did I do wrong? Like, what did I do wrong when I have just, like, random glue all over the frickin' place? And I haven't thought it through in the slightest. I mean, you see what a mess I'm dealing with here? Who's in charge here? This amateur hour? But again, I just like to kind of challenge myself and roll the yeah, Richard Dawkins, that's right. Yeah, I definitely, most definitely am, yeah. But he's not the one who convinced me of that. I was kind of, I mean, I was definitely leaning in that direction, but first other books kind of helped me to open my mind to the, you know, what I consider to be the facts of the matter. But that's why, I mean, I was hoping to find it. It's not, oh, there it is. Yeah, here's the, let me just, once this dries, I'll grab this other book. That was the first book that helped me to learn how the mind works. And it's kind of breaks it down into pretty simple understand. I mean, I'm not like a science, I don't have a big science background. So what we've got here is The Evolution of Consciousness by Robert Ornstein. And yeah, I read that, just finding it in, where did I find this book? Before the internet. So I think I just like found it at a bookstore. In the brain section, I wanted to learn more about how brains work. And, you know, so this is The Evolution of Consciousness of Darwin, Freud, and Cranial Fire, the origins of the way we think. And it's a really, really fascinating book that just breaks down how the brain, you know, how we evolved to get the brain that we have that does the best it can. And it's a great brain, the human brain, but it's mostly, it's giving you the best shortcut, shorthand version of what's going on around you at any given moment that's not entirely accurate at any given moment. It's definitely not accurate in many ways, and there's ways of proving that. But anyway, it's a really fascinating book that helps to understand the brain and like get you thinking beyond, or you know, to understand why we think the way we think, and why, you know, this world is sometimes difficult to manage because we're not necessarily, the brain that we're using is the caveman brain, and we haven't really evolved much since then. So anyway, it's a pretty fascinating read that then, you know, led me later on to Richard Dawkins. But the other book that I would definitely say changed my life as much as those books is Howard Zinn's The People's History of the United States. That book, whoa. Bought some smart books to display on my shelf, yeah. Like what? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the book that I read, The Evolution of Consciousness, it's not anything like, it's not, you don't have to be a science, it's like breaks it down for the layman in like really, it has like these kind of cartoony kind of, you know, charts and things to help break it down. But it's really, really, oh, you can't see any of that. But it's not like written for some like science major or anything. It's written for the layman, but it really is understandable. I'm gonna read it again. God damn it, because that was like 30 years ago. Anyway, is this thing working or not? Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. Well, and you know, I used to be a more militant atheist. I'm still a pretty militant atheist, but I'm agnostic in that I am open-minded to other potential like ideas that there could be some kind of you know, that I you know, I'm more, you know, I believe in the simulation theory before I believe in like a creator that created. I mean, but that's not really, the simulation theory isn't not believing in a creator, it's believing in a team of creators. Um, but you know, I think that's a lot more plausible, if anything, than, you know, any of the. All I'm saying is that I'd be open to a new religious theory based on new information that's not thousands of years old, based on old texts that don't seem to have relevance in the modern world, especially when you look at some of the other conclusions that they come to based on the evidence that they had, or the conclusions that they wanted to come to, and control the people that they wanted to control. So it's like, you know, I'm not completely against the idea that there could be some new information that enlightens us as to some sort of creator. Because I mean, you got to admit, life seems magical. The life on Earth seems pretty special. It does, in a lot of ways, seem like, oh my gosh, did like somebody make the whole universe just for the Earth to exist? But then you think, well, wait a second, no way. There's no way that the Earth is the only thing going on. So therefore, that's when all the other stuff breaks down. You know, there's no verses in the books, the religious books that I'm aware of, that talk about, you know, the possibility of other planets and alien, or you know, life on other planets. But yeah, no man-made religions. Exactly. I just think we should be way beyond that. But you can't force people to believe what I believe, so, you know, it has to be done through education, really, but that's just, unfortunately, we're slipping further into the dark ages. If you ask me, what this country, you know, I mean, there's such a fight against education, they're so afraid of it, that it, like, and right now they're kind of winning the war on, like, trying to pretend that, like, it's, you should have the freedom to not educate your kids, and I feel like, no, that's child abuse, and you should take those kids away and make sure that they get an education. But you know, whatever, if you want to homeschool your kids, I guess that's fine, but I'd say if they can't pass a certain test at a certain age, then you've failed. And, like, you know, and your kids should suffer for your failure to educate them. I mean, no, maybe that's not true. But, you know, I don't know, I have some very, very strong feelings about religion. I'm not in favor of it in any way. But, again, I don't think you should ban it. You can't ban it. You just gotta let people make the mistakes that they're going to make and try to nudge them in the right direction. I'm trying to look for my masking tape, my gaffer tape, because that's what I need to close this lid properly between shots. But of course I've lost everything. Oh, no, it's, well, I'm using it as a wedge over here. It's using it under my SandCrawler, so I'll just have to use blue tape. No, that's not. The gaffer tape leaves a kind of a residue on my toys, so I don't like to use it without a buffer of some kind. But whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, well, in this case, you know, what you can do is you can create a little strip in the middle. If I can get it off my damn fingers. Let's put a strip in the middle with this thin tape. That'll minimize the residue on my toy. Alright, so I just put a little bit of a tape buffer on my sticky side of my gaffer tape in order to, so when I close it, I'm not going to be able to like close it, seal it between shots, I think, because of all the crap that I've done. I mean, the stuff I've glued in there, the horn and such. So I'm going to have to kind of block the light any way that I can so that it doesn't creep in there. Because what I'm going to do here is when the SandCrawler turns to, I'm going to be moving, rather than move the SandCrawler, I'm going to move the background, or move this backdrop and the light at the same time, and you know, make the light change. I've got a light on a C-stand here that you can't see right now, but hold on. Where's my, oh, there it is. Let's carry that 20. Scary that only 26% of Americans rate these. Yeah, man, I'm right there with you, man. I really wish it was not like that. So anyway, yeah, I've got this here C-stand with just a desk lamp type of a clip lamp with a bendable neck on it. So that's what I've been using for light, but I just had it set up this way. I mean, this is just what I've been doing normally, but for this particular shot, it helps that it's kind of like a crane arm, and it can just be the sunlight moving across like that and give a nice effect. You'll see, it'll work. It'll work just great. I gotta do that. Hold on a second. Oh, my tea. Damn it. I always forget about my tea. Ava, I'm busy, honey. All right. Oh. So, let me turn this back on here. And there. And turn this back on here. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. But you see what I mean with the light coming in the top there? I don't want it coming in the top there. That's bad. I just want it coming in the windows. So I have to do the same thing I did. Again, make another tape with a little strip in the middle. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time about the, religion thing, because I get so angry about it. I think it's not really the right way to, I spend a lot of time online arguing with people on Twitter or whatever. Sometimes I would enjoy finding somebody who's, picking a fight with an atheist and whatever. You, you know, or there were lots of other websites where I would get into it. I got into it with my father for years and years. But it's like you can't. I mean, I wish we could just sort of shame people and be, have a little bit more of like a public, just more honesty and just be like, okay, so seriously, you want me to take you seriously if you believe like, well, okay, so here's what I believe. That was my Razor Crest. Think it was worth it? Yes, it was worth it. I mean, I haven't gotten much chance to play with it, but yes, I absolutely love it, and I am very, very happy about it. Should I get off the topic of religion? I suppose I should. But I guess my thing about religion is that I don't feel that kids should be exposed to it, and I think it would die out immediately if kids weren't allowed to be exposed to it, because I don't think they have the intellectual capacity to make the decision, so they end up just believing whatever their parents tell them until they have it so much ingrained in their brain that there's a certain percentage of people who never escape from it. Obviously, there's a certain percentage of people who grow out of it and can learn, take in new information, but unfortunately there's people who get so scared of it, the way that they demonize it, literally, and say that anybody talking against the Bible or whatever is like possessed by the devil or whatever. It's like you can't rationalize, or you can't have a real conversation with anybody who truly believes in magic. I feel like most of the people that I know don't, even the people who believe, like there's a line in what they believe, and they don't really necessarily believe in Adam and Eve or whatever. And it's like, well, okay, but if you don't believe in Adam and Eve, then you don't believe in any of it, because without that, none of the rest of it makes any sense or has any purpose. There's no original sin, so there's no need to die for it. So isn't it all just, I mean, the whole idea of women being an afterthought is just so offensive to me, when clearly it was the only thought. If ever there was a creator, it was created, they created everything so that they could create human women, because they're the greatest thing to ever be. So, it's just so offensive to start off the story with like, oh yeah, and God made men, and then we named all the animals together, and God told Adam to name all the animals, and while he's naming them, pick a mate. That's in the Bible. That's how the story goes. And it's like, okay, so are we supposed to read that and believe it and think that that's okay? That, like, how many animals did Adam fuck before he decided, you know what, I can't choose one that I like, so maybe is there any other options? And then God was like, you know what, I guess I could make something for you. And that's how women came about? I mean, fuck that story. That's stupid. Sorry. Did I start talking about religion? I guess I better stop. we're almost ready to shoot here. I've got my. I'm just trying to get this to work here. First of all. I need to put this at an angle so that we can see the it's all blown out. Oh well, I guess we don't need to see. Well, I guess you can. Oh, it's not all blown out. I just need to get this way up here. What the heck? What? That can't be right. Guess it. Oh, because the phone is aimed up. That's why. Okay. So anyway, I gotta do stuff like this, like. I gotta. I have to fasten this way the hell up here, I guess. Oh, no, I don't. I'm being so stupid. I don't need the double decker. Here. I gotta sort of. I can't see what I'm doing unless I just let you see what I'm doing. Whoa! Lost it. One second, just gotta get this at a good height so we can all see what we're doing. Gotta reopen that. Alright, so now you can see what I'm doing, right? Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. Now it's a lot easier for me to do this and get this where it needs to be. Why is that not? What am I doing wrong now? Oh, okay, that's it right there. Okay, so this will be easy. It's just in the right spot here. Why can't I see it? Oh, it has to not have the light on it or something. Okay. Seems like I need to lean it forward so that it doesn't get hit by the light in order for it to read through the windows there. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get that just right, but maybe not. Maybe not. Disaster. Oh, and blue. Oh, so this part of religion. When you start reading into it, it's religious. Talking snakes, floating the world, Adam and Eve. Yeah. How can you take that seriously? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think people ask themselves that question. They feel like that there's some truth to it, or like the Jesus story they believe, so that they don't necessarily have to believe the Old Testament stuff. That's been as far as what I've talked to try to get people to see where they draw the line with the magic. And I feel like people try to get away with there being some kind of a halfway point, and it's like, no, like it says over and over again in the book that you can't do halfway. You gotta like follow every single rule, and you can't pick and choose, and you can't, and you have to do this, you have to do that. And obviously you can tell the parts that are completely bogus. They've been known for millennia basically, but it's just trying to get people to stop cherry picking the stuff that they like and pretending that any of it makes any sense. I don't know, man. It's just like, how can you take a person seriously who believes in any kind of magic? That's the unfortunate thing, is that like I know lots of people who like to believe in other kinds of magic or something, and it's just kind of like I can't go there with you. I'm sorry. I can't think that that's cool and fun to believe in casting spells or whatever, tarot cards. I mean, I like, it's kind of fun to play along with the game, and there always seems to be some kind of truth to it, or just a little bit of, oh, that is the way people work. Tauruses are like that, or whatever. I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus, so I'm stubborn. Oh, or did I just know that, Tauruses are stubborn, so I let myself be stubborn in certain circumstances and blame it on whatever. I mean, I don't play that game for sure, but I definitely don't hold myself back from being stubborn. Cherry picking what we like sounds like a Star Wars fan. Yeah, well, okay. But hey, okay, but here's where the the conversation actually converges on that, because what do you think about, like, I'm just kind of nitpicky about the way that people, I feel like I love Star Wars more than most people, but then there's this whole like podcaster generation who wants to like go over it all, the minutia stuff. I mean, and hats off to them. They definitely know their stuff. They care about a lot of the stuff more than I do. especially the more recent stuff. But like, but when I see articles that say like, oh man, could the Empire have, or what was the Empire thinking during the Battle of, what was their strategy or whatever? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's a fake battle. It's a fake. It's not real. There was no, like, even the makers of the movie weren't thinking about it to that level. Really, they might have thought about the strategy of the Imperial Star Destroyer to some degree, but not really. Or like the one that I saw that really got me kind of pissed off was one about like, are Luke and Leia the ultimate Force dyad or something like that? And it's like, okay, shut the fuck up. There's no such thing. I mean, first of all, Force dyads are not something. I mean, if you show me anywhere in George Lucas's notes where he talked about Force dyads that it was a thing back then, then maybe, I mean, I didn't read the article, so maybe there was some information about that, but I doubt it. I don't think it's something that they actually had in the original ideas. I think it's just something that they made up. And if Luke and Leia was a Force dyad, then that makes them not all that rare the way that they that they claim that it is. Like, if it just happened one generation before it happens again, well, then that's not really rare, is it? So it kind of spoils the whole specialness of it. So then that would ruin it. So why talk about it? Why pretend that it's real? Well, why pretend that it's real to that degree? It doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, you guys are being silly. I want to have fun with everybody and have fun, but we're not pretending it's real. Like it didn't really happen. So I mean, why am I a grumpy old man like that? They're just trying to make content and whatever, have discussions. Why am I such a grump? I don't know. I guess I just don't. I don't know. There's just a whole Star Wars culture thing going on that I don't really care to be a part of. Not that they're inviting me to be part of it. Okay, so I think this is starting to work here. Where's the? Can I see? So there's the mountains there. If I raise it's sort of looking okay. And it is what it is, I can't see the chat. Yeah, I know. It's the podcast thing. I'm sure there's plenty of good ones, but it's like, how do you even suss through them? And whatever. I don't know if that's the right word. How do you? Oh wow. Okay. Jeez. It looks so different when I actually look at the phone. It's not what you guys are seeing at all. Anyway, it's gonna be good, I think. I think it's working. Yeah, I mean, what the hell? Just might as well shoot it and see what we get. See what we get. All right, let's see what we are supposed to get. Wait a second. Oh, okay, yeah, here's the first shot. Oh, alright, so there's another Jawa that runs across, and he reaches up. The horn and listens. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be, I don't know how much acting I'm going to be able to get out of this Kenner Jawa, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. So I need another Jawa to run by, and then make articles and discussions for clickbait only. Right. Why did Vader not kill Luke? Right. Right, exactly. And it's like, well, because first of all, because he's his son. God damn it! It's a one-word answer, or it's a one-sentence answer. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Just the clickbaiting, trying to get you to click. Okay. Damn it. This is gonna be an issue. Oops. Okay. Here we go. I gotta get in here so I can see it. But if I'm not careful, I'm gonna put my hair right in the glue gun. Oh man, I don't think I can get another Jawa there. I want another Kenner one. They're all over the place, these guys. Give me a classic Jawa. I guess I should use the new Jawa. This is going to be a real pain. Ow. guy might be all wrong for this part. Come on, bud. Stand up. Stand up. Why do I do this to myself? Yeah, he's way too big, that guy. Where's my Jawas with my classic pen? Damn it. Here's one, but without the hood. Hold on. Ah, here we go. I knew it. I knew it. All right. All right. Oh my God. This is way too close. It's back here. Man, that is just. Should have got the cat hairs off him before I put him in there. That'll be fine. That'll be fine to start with, I guess. Close it on up. Okay. Why did Akbar think it was a trap? I don't know. Okay, so. Hey, we got our first shot off. Oh. Now I've screwed up my display, so I can't see what the hell I'm doing here. I'm a really bad streamer sometimes. I apologize. What? What the hell do I have to do? Oh, there we go. Okay, there, fine. Got it back. So, I got my first shots. Let's move that Jawa out of the way. Start to move anyway. Oh! Man, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. If I can't get this guy to like stay, you know. He's just gotta run out of the way. So, but just using my phone and not the Dragon Frame software, I don't know how easy it is to play back what we're doing here. Not the way that I'm used to. Oh, see, I reached for the wrong control. Yeah. I don't know that his hand is up. It's not. All right. This will be tough until we get him out of the way. But see, I keep reaching for the wrong. All right. Okay. There's a lot of, oh my god. There's a lot of variation on the ceiling every time I open and close it. But I think I'm just going to have to deal with it. I think I'm just going to have to shoot kind of blindly in some ways and eliminate the shots that don't work, the frames that don't work. I keep messing up his arm. This shot may be a disaster, at least until he gets out of the darn way. Yeah, I think I put him in wrong. This is going to be really tough. Come on now, just get out of the way. What? Ay, ay, ay. It's like he's moved back or something. It's really hard to judge where he looks to the camera from where I'm placing him down. Come on, maybe I shouldn't glue him. If I don't glue him, he's gonna fall down when I put the ceiling down and stuff. So, man, what a pain in the butt. Or again, nobody's going to even care about this other guy. They'd understand the shot better if I didn't have him in there. But it's what's in the show, so let's see if we can do it. Alright, what's that look like? Yeah, that's basically it. Getting out of the way. Up. Oh man. I forgot to set up the forgot to set up the things that you're supposed to set up with this. You gotta like set it for 4K and everything. Did I do all that? I guess it doesn't matter. Oh. I haven't used this in ages, this software, so. Manual exposure and focus. No. Tap to set and lock focus exposure. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay. What about, oh. Well, I guess, I hope this will work. Delete a couple of these. Okay. Okay, so all right. Okay. We will do the best we can here. Gosh, you guys can't see anything what I'm doing over here. What the hell? Sorry about that. Whew, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut this stream short at like midnight. So what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, I'm seeing onion skin. Oh, okay. Jeez. Let's go to onion skin. Oh, man. All right, good enough. Damn. Wait a minute. Not good enough. Okay. Hopefully we got something there usable. This guy will just mostly be cleared out. Oh, yeah. What? Yeah, I don't know about that. just, yeah, well, this is like a disaster. I don't know. It's just not looking very good. I hate using my phone. That's why I never do it. It'll be better once he gets out of the way, I guess, but at the moment, it's just looking like garbage. Okay. What the hell? What? Oh. How did I think this was going to work? Okay, bear with me here. Let's see if we can keep this going here. Ridiculous. Okay, well. What? Oh my god, what a disaster. I've never seen a worse shot. I just don't know if I can get that second Jawa to be in the shot. I don't think anybody's going to care. I hate to compromise like that, but I mean, shit, I gotta get this done. I don't have time for this second Jawa ruining my life. The point is the horn. Alright, so forget that second Jawa. We don't need him. We're just gonna kind of start the shot over again for 10P. Wasn't there? What? This fucking drives me nuts, man. Okay. I think I might need to take a little break. Get my head in the game here. Because, yeah, that just was a disaster. Trying to make that Jawa move. I gotta, like, glue this thing down so it stops moving around. Still got little treads on it. It'll be alright in the end here. I just couldn't get that second Jawa to really work. What about this one? It could be a lot easier to animate and get out of the way if he doesn't have the cloak on. No. Keep forgetting to close the damn lid. I don't know, maybe I guess I need to. Yeah. Okay. Shit. Alright, this is gonna be fine. Gonna be fine in the end. But starting over. Starting over. So give me a minute here. Oh, you know what I totally forgot to do is to play the rough cut to where we're at right now. Sorry about that. Let's just play that right now. And I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. Just going to put this thing on loop for a minute here.
Paragraph 16 of the Boston Guild.
I can't put the sound on.
From above her, burdened of her wings, now she flies. Strings, these are mysterious things. We left her up high, now she'll fly. This is my favorite things. Chocolate butterfly wings.
Alright, had enough of that, I guess. Thank you for your patience here. Oh yeah, thanks. It is, I am very happy with how it's coming together, but I really want to get it done like this week. I just feel like it needs more Jawas, so I want to put in like as many of these shots as I can of the Jawas communicating. And then there's that one at the very end where the Jawa is like looking around from the top and gets grabbed. But for that one I need to make the structure, there's some kind of a structure of like welded together stuff up on the roof of the SandCrawler, and so I'm going to make something similar with these. These are just barbecue skewers. I'm just going to chop them into the little pieces that I need to like weld it together with a glue gun and barbecue skewers to make that. It's just a kind of a skeletal, you know, structure of some kind, you know, shape of some kind that I can really easily recreate. Oh, and then I'll spray the barbecue skewers down with this textured rust spray paint that I have that like works perfectly for that type of a thing. Anyway, let's get back to this here. So you can't see what I'm doing yet. Here, hold on. Let me get back to that real quick. Oh, and there's maybe one or two other shots of Mando that I want to do, like him, like shooting the whatever tether out of his wrist rocket thing there, so he can climb up. And just maybe one or two other things. Hopefully get it done in a week or two. Move on back to the IG-11 sequence. So forget all that stuff. I guess I should let all the light in, because otherwise you don't really see very well in there. Should I put some lights in there to make the light even out a little bit more? I'm gonna regret it. I'm messing with anything at this point. Certainly changes everything. Wow. I guess that's what I should do, because then you can really kind of see everything. All right, good enough, good enough. We'll just start from this. See, the problem with gluing one foot down is that, like, the walking doesn't look right. I guess it looks alright. Oh man, I just can't see what I'm doing really. This is really bad setup here. Okay. And I gotta cut this short in about 15 minutes. Didn't get very far, did we? Get all that. Ugh. Okay. Ah. Well, I mean, when I say I'm going to complete it this week, I'm not going to finish the entire scene. Like it's like a 4-minute scene or something. I'm not going to do the whole thing. My sequence is just going to be, you know, as much as I need to tell the story my way, you know, and do as much of it until I get bored, you know, and I'm starting to get, you know, bored. I think doing a lot more would be redundant. So forget all that. Alright, well, no. It's really hard to get this guy to walk right. Wow, you can really see it from that angle. Damn. It's like you can see it better than me. Yeah, there, something like that. Man, I better hurry my ass up. Here, let me play it back. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Now he's just gotta like leave frame and the focus will shift to the other dude. I guess I should move him a little bit. There. He's going about. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. What's that look like? Yeah, yeah. That'll work. That'll work. Oh, no, it won't. Look at that. Can't be open like that much. Jeez. It's been open that way that much the whole damn time. God damn it. Alright, I gotta like start this over tomorrow or something. I'm afraid today's thing was kind of a failure. I should have done a little better planning. Um, But I guess this was a pretty good test, and I will be ready to do more tomorrow. I don't know. I feel kind of bad, but I feel like this really isn't up to par. It's gotta, but sometimes you need to do a practice run, you know? That's the way it goes with this stuff sometimes. I can't be too much of a perfectionist, but I can be more than I'm being right now. So I'm really like being sloppy, and I've got to figure out a way to work with this. Figure out a way to work with this phone. I mean, because I think what a lot of people. Oh, you haven't even been. I'm sorry. I've been a disaster this whole evening. I forgot to put it back on so you can see what I've been doing. What happened to the... I don't know how we lost that, but... Shit. So this is what I got. Are you... Oh, you... No, you're not. It's been a technical disaster. But it was an okay practice. I just gotta like, I don't know. I'm disappointed, but I guess I should have known that this would happen at some point where like I failed to achieve what I was hoping to achieve on my stream. We did not really like, all this is unusable. I guess I don't know. I guess I'll probably delete this stream so that no one ever finds out about it. You know, we've had some streams before where the one that I did with the running looked so terrible when I finally played it back. I thought it was unsalvageable, but I managed to cut a few frames out of it, where it like was the really clunkiest. And what's in there, I don't love it. I think it's a pretty terrible run. Probably my worst walk cycle, run cycle type of thing that I've ever done in my life. So, you know, I might end up doing that one over again or whatever, try to learn from my mistakes on the previous one, or I'll just live with it and leave it in there because it's sort of like, you know, it's only like a 1 second shot, so maybe just leave it in. This, however, was a crash and burn, so I gotta live, love, laugh, and learn, or whatever you're supposed to do. But I think when I do this again tomorrow, I'm going to try to see if I can put this other Jawa down. I mean, make him like, oh man, it's just he's so close if he's down here. But rather, you know, I wanted to see his head rather than his legs, of just him going by, but like, do I zoom out? I can zoom out or something. Oh. Yeah, I gotta remember that this is gonna be cropped. So I guess I gotta zoom out anyway. This would have been all unusable. guess if I zoom out and have him go by like that. Just so I maybe put these lights over here. Stop there. So crazy. I'm trying to like holding with like one finger. Oh man. Just trying to see if he can get off screen. These lights, just gonna put that. Oh man, so frustrating to think I'm gonna try to attempt to like make him run by down there. This might be even harder, but maybe it'll be easier. If this is any indication, then no. But man, that is hard. And now there's just so much balled up glue on his feet that he can't stand at all. Just trying to see what he looks like far over on this side. Yeah, so I guess he can go off screen that way. Oh man. Alright, I'll figure all this out tomorrow. You know, normally I wouldn't be back till Wednesday, I guess, but since this was such a crash and burn, I've got to come back and finish it tomorrow. But for now, I've got to sign off. You know, it was a learning experience. We did get the horn, you know, in there. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. But just to do the shot accurately, I do want to have that other Jawa just running by out of frame, which is going to be torturous again to get the beginning of the shot done. But then once he clears frame, it's like smooth sailing. But I don't want to take the easy way out. I want there to be more than one Jawa visible in the front compartment because that's what it shows in the show. And then try it again tomorrow. I would keep going right now, but I've got a previous engagement. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for being here, and see if we can get one step closer tomorrow. Man, what a disaster. What a disaster. James, you can't tell anybody about this. Okay. See y'all later. Sign off for tonight. Don't forget to open your toys and play with them. Toys want to be played with. Alright.